When leaving the room getting ready, the boss asks her to do the job in a hurry, because Kairi was about to arrive and it could be a little strange if she arrived and did not find things organized. In the living room, Kairi tells her husband that she wants to hire someone to help her, because she was getting very tired from work and wasn't managing to keep everything organized, and I'm getting a little overwhelmed. Soon her husband replied saying maybe, and if it's okay for you, it's great for me too. Then, Kairi says that sometimes she needs her husband's help, but he doesn't know how to make rice or beans, and so I really need some help, and he tells me if you think it's better that way, you can hire him. I'm kind of busy playing here, but you can hire me to sign below. Then, Kairi informs him that he had already called a girl and that he was even about to arrive, and he asks what do you mean, he already called her. Kairi replied saying I already called, because I have to go to the service, and I have to take the opportunity to show her the service, and he said okay, I understand, if you think it's better that way, and changing the subject, did you make something to eat? I'm starving, and she tells me I'll do it now, I'll be right back. When leaving the Kairi gate, she says she must have already arrived. Kairi greets her and asks if it was difficult to get there, and the new employee said no, it was nothing. It's close by, and Kairi replied that well, let's go in and I'll show you what you have to do at my house. Upon entering, Kairi introduces her husband named Anderson. He gets up and asks this one who is his helper. Kairi confirms and says that her name is Louise and she would help with the housework, and her husband says okay, welcome. Soon, Kairi calls her to meet the rest of the house. In the kitchen, Kairi says that everything is easy to clean, and then his wife screams, "Oh Anderson, you left all the dishes dirty, come here and clean." Louise says it's not necessary, you can let me wash it, and then Kairi thanks her and says that all you have to do is wash the dishes and wipe the floor with a cloth and everything will be clean, come on and I'll show you the room. Upon entering the room, Kairi shows her the place and tells her that there she could change the bed sheet, organize the clothes thrown around, and that she wanted Louise to take care of her a lot, because her husband is very nauseous, and Louise says that she can carefree, because she would organize everything the way Kairi had asked. So Kairi agrees and asks her to accompany her to see the rest of the house. In the bathroom, Kairi tells me that Louise could clean up and wash the toilet, and my husband is very nauseous, but she doesn't help me at all. Louise then says that she is going to arrange everything right, the way she was asking, and Kairi replied that she is sure that she would help her a lot, and Louise agrees. Soon, Kairi asks her to accompany her, as she will show where the cleaning products are. Back in the kitchen, Kairi opens the cupboard and shows the cleaning products, the toilet paper if she needs it, and the disinfectant. Come now, I'll show you where the squeegee and the broom are. When arriving in a small room, Kairi shows where the utensils and the floor cloth are and warns that the garbage that is there, she only takes it out on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because that's the day that the garbage man comes by, and he already takes it away, and Louise tells her who will get everything organized, and Kairi says she's sure she'll be a great employee and will help you a lot, and Louise says I'm sure you'll like me and my work a lot. In a small room, Kairi says that she keeps things for donation, and if she wants something or wants to take something to her family, she should feel free to take it. Louise says that she would organize it there too, and Kairi says that being so, I think you understood everything to do, and any questions you have, you can go to the living room and ask my husband, but now I have to go, because I'm pretty late, and great work for you. Back in the living room, Kairi says goodbye to her husband and tells her that she had already told the maid everything she had to do, and says goodbye to her husband and says see you later, and he says see you later. Louise then goes into the living room and asks Anderson if he would like some coffee. He replied yes, you can feel free. Soon Louise approaches and asks well how much? He says this massage is really good, and she says it can get much better, come with me. When leaving the room, Anderson warns that Louise had to do the cleaning in a hurry, because Kairi was about to arrive and it could get weird. Louise tells me to do the cleaning? Now you're going to have to help me, and he said I don't understand, now you're blackmailing me to clean the house with you." Louise then replied, "Of course, do you think I did all this for free? Let's go, because there's a lot to do." In the kitchen, Louise hands over the broom and asks, "Let him go soon, because there's a lot to do, let's go, let's go." Anderson wonders why he has to help Louise clean the house, but thinking about what he's done, he better help. On the phone, Louise talks to her friend and claims she knows he's on her all the time, and so he wants to get to know you better, and it'll be nice, just try it once. And he confessed to it? "You have to talk to him, it will work out, and you see everything and tell me straight, what am I doing? I'm cleaning here in a house, and the owner's husband is helping me, not here, it's super easy, I finish quickly." In the kitchen, Anderson complains of back pain and wonders what was Louise doing. He enters the room and asks, "Do you work using your cell phone? Where is your professionalism? And you're not silly, are you? While I'm doing work downstairs, you're here on the cell phone." And Louise tells you that she had already finished her work. Anderson says he understood and that he had also finished his work, but he needed a rest, because he had a lot of pain in his back, and I'm going to go outside and get some air. Soon Louise screams negative, "Do you see this closet here? I can't reach, so pick it up and clean it." He turns around and says, "Even on my day off, I have to work, Louise, and I cleaned downstairs, and now I have a backache." And Louise says, "Get over it, or do you want your wife to know about the massage I gave you back in the bedroom?" He said, "No, not at all, but I'll be cleaning and you'll be on your cell phone while I'm cleaning, that's not fair." And she said, "I also have other things to do, look at the size of this house," and he tells me I'm going to do it that, but it's the last thing I'm going to do, and she agrees, and asks him to look for her when he's finished. Seeing that she left, Anderson says that the maid in her is feeling that I'm going to do it, I'm not going to do anything. In the kitchen, Anderson arrives saying that he had already finished his chores, and now I'm going to sleep and rest. And Louise says, "What are you going to do? Are you going to sleep and I'm going to clean this whole house? So you want me to tell Donna Kyrie that I gave you that massage, right?" And he said, "No, I don't want that, but look at my side too. I work 2 jobs, and I'm tired, look at my eye, it's deep and red and I need to rest, I can't take this life." Louise says that she doesn't want to know about his work and that she wants him to take the things that are in the room and put them upstairs, because she doesn't have to carry weight, and he keeps saying that he can't take it anymore, that I was very tired and that he wasn't going to do anything else, and I need to sleep, because I'm already going crazy. And again Louise warns that Kyrie wouldn't like to know about the massage, and that being so, she thought he'd better get the clothes and take them there up. What do you think? Anderson replied, "You're driving me crazy, I'll do more, this is the last thing in." And Louise thinks he got all that free massage. As he goes up the stairs, Anderson wonders where he was thinking about accepting the massage, because it was too expensive and I'm looking like a slave. The saint is too suspicious, look there, and where would a woman like that give you a massage for free, without charging anything, ever? It was obvious that it was a scam. Anderson comes downstairs saying, "My God, how tired I am." Louise celebrates the veil and asks him to lift the sofas, because she was out of strength and she needed someone who had the strength to clean underneath. And he asks again, "Do it like this, I'll sit outside for a while and then we'll talk." And then Louise asks, "Is it like this? Won't you help me?" Anderson replied, "No, but you're draining me, not even at my job, I work like that, and look, I work in 2 and I need to breathe and rest a little, I'll be back in a little while." Louise then says these men are all soft, bunch of loose. Anderson can't accept having to work like this, just on his break, and that's not right, it's not going to stay like that. So he calls his wife and asks, "Love, can you talk? I wanted to ask you a question, which sanatorium did you hire this employee? She has to be crazy, she makes me clean the house, she makes me sweep, put away laundry and lift furniture, and I can't take it anymore, I'm tired, she made me clean even the backyard, I've never seen that in my whole life. And as far as I know, when an employee is hired, she has to do the job, but no, she is making me do it, and look, when you get home talk to her and take her back to the sanatorium you brought, because here at home I don't want it anymore, and not even at my 2 jobs I get tired like her, and look, I don't want her here at home anymore, and when you get home you talk to her, and it's easier for you to pay the salt. Her for me, because I'm the one doing her job. Soon Louise appears and asks, "Are you running from work?" Anderson says goodbye to his wife and asks what is Louise. "Now I can't make a call or speak to my wife," and she replied, "I know your type well. She just wants to make a mess and doesn't want to do anything. But don't worry that when Miss Kyrie arrives, I'll tell her everything." And he says, "What part you don't understand that I'm tired?" And she says, "You don't do more than your job, you just mess around." Upon entering the house, he tries to run upstairs so that Louise would not see him, but she notices by the reflection of the television and tells him to go wash the clothes, and he says, "Wash clothes? I've already helped you all morning and all afternoon and I'm tired." And she asks, "You who chooses it, or do you clean under the furniture, or do you wash all those clothes? And things don't work for me like that. No, you're going to do something, you're going to help me now." And he says, "You're getting paid to do things here. It's you not me." And she says, "The faster you go the faster we're done," and then speeds it up, and he says, "Do you think I look like an employee?" Again Louise talks about how he complains. Anderson again doesn't believe in what she's doing, and that doesn't work. "I'm not going to be employed and not receive anything. I'm working for free, that's not right. And then I'm educated and I went to college, and I didn't go to college to stay cleaning house. But it's not going to stay like that, and today she's going to get what she deserves. I don't admit it, and I don't want this woman working here at home, and my desire is to go there and tell Kyrie everything, but she wouldn't forgive me. And I don't want that, but the desire is great." Louise calls her boss and asks, "Are you working a lot? I wanted to know if you're going to be late. It's not okay, but I'm going to wash the yard outside, and when you arrive I don't want everything to be wet, and when you come you can stop by the supermarket and buy some disinfectant and soap in powder, because it's already at the end, and from here to the end of the day I'll finish around 5 o'clock. And something else, I received some correspondence from the lady, and I left it on the bed, and good job for you, bye." Anderson leaves the house and celebrates that he's finished and that he's going to be able to sit down and play, but soon Louise appears and calls for him, and he answers her. He doesn't even come. "I've already cleaned the house and swept the house," and she asks him to calm down and that he just had to went there to thank him, and if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't have been able to clean everything, and he said, "Help? You know very well that you didn't ask me for help. You blackmailed me and forced me to stay cleaning, and she asked you to say that you didn't like the massage." And he says, "I don't want to talk about it anymore, because I don't want to lose my wife for nothing," and she says goodbye and leaves. Kyrie comes home and yells for her husband, and he says, "Hi, how was work?" She replied that everything was fine and asks if Louise had already left, and he confirms, and then starts praising Louise's work, and Kyrie asks, "Are you sure you liked her? When you called me, I was so worried." And again Anderson praises Louise, and says that he really wants her as his employee, and that it was better to call her now, so as not to be in danger of losing it, and soon his wife agrees. Anderson says she was very good, but he was going to go outside to take care of some things, and he would come back and say goodbye to his wife. Kyrie says, "Looking like this, it looks like it was really good."